Alright, looks like both of these teams are ready. I did get the double thumbs up from Clutter in the background, being our at-home admin, and the wargame requests are being sent out now. And the very first map, as all of our very first maps of every series, is going to be on Nagrand Arena. And I'm going to jump right into that right here, right now. I'll see you guys right after this intro. Alright guys, welcome to Nagrand Arena. We have Team 4 Mecah, Mageiden, Asbur, and Felorea running that Mage, Boomkin, RMPally composition.
Oh my god, these cinder... Look at all these spectral tigers and kittens and cubs, and they're so cute!
Wow, and look, they're like
There's six
out.
of them.
That's pretty intense.
Aww.
That is pretty intense. Going up against Vellido, Lyrics, and Adëllah. Here we go. First game of the whole tournament, man.
The TSG is going to be looking to like shut down Mageiden, but it's going to be rough with Blazing Speed and Blink to close the gap onto Adëllah. Lyrics already starting out. Actually, starting on to Asbur, just trying to spread the Wrens out, and he's going for the Blade Storm, trying to provide some AoE pressure. Root Solar Beam onto Adëllah already, trying to get the pressure onto Lyrics in that full Hodge. He's in trouble. He pops the heal. He has to Trinket at 9% and use all of his cooldowns, including the Life Cocoon from Adëllah. This is looking horrible for RMPally.
Yeah, that was not an ideal opener whatsoever for them. The Rallying Cry is going to fade, and the Monk Ball was actually going to fade, and Adëllah is not able to really top off Lyrics. Finally, his health gets topped off. Mageiden taking a little bit of damage. Also, from throwing out all those spell seals, but that will slowly be picked up. But he's not going to be able to spell seal all the enveloping mists that are coming out. Adëllah getting caught into that deep freeze. Mageiden not able to follow that up with any CC because he is being trained down by Adëllah and Lyrics right now. And both teams are stabilized at the moment, but Lyrics is still in a lot of trouble from having such a brutal opener.
Yeah, he did manage to steal a Polymorph and throw it into Felorea. They're going to chain it with the Asphyxiate, but they're not getting any pressure. Lyrics is going for a Blade Storm to try and avoid a Hodge potentially, but it's not going to come out just yet, and it is available. They're going to look for that. Mageiden getting destroyed right now, though. A lot of damage output onto him. Asbur is going to Cyclone Vellido. There's the Hodge onto Lyrics. They're pushing in for the kill. He gets the Life Cocoon off. He had to use his Trinket to get that off, but he will survive another round of cooldowns. They're going to want to wait for Felorea's Avenging Wrath to fade. He's just spamming the denounces. They're actually switching the damage over to Vellido even as that Life Cocoon is up. And now they're split DPSing, sitting Vellido actually connecting finally back onto Mageiden. They want to make sure no Polymorphs go out. Asbur blinks in for the Root Solar Beam. That's going to stick. Lyrics is out of cooldowns. He's in trouble right now. 40% HP. Adëllah paralyzes Asbur, and he stole the Cyclone. He throws it back onto Asbur. Lyrics is going to survive because of that play.
Yeah, Adëllah actually, I think it had nimbled that deep freeze there, but still gets caught into the full sheep, so Lyrics could be in a lot of trouble. He still doesn't have any cooldowns up for another 20 seconds, but if he can manage to keep LOSing, parry's going to come out from him, and he's going to be avoiding a lot of damage with that parry up, pardon me. He does get caught into that full cycle now, denying any of the heals onto Adëllah, and if they can get any follow CC onto Adëllah, Lyrics could surely go down. He still has that Enrage Regeneration just coming up. Adëllah caught into the full deep freeze. Are they going to be able to follow it up at all? Lyrics actually getting that Monk Bubble at the same time Adëllah gets caught into that full Polymorph. And that's going to save Lyrics' life for now. And he still has that Enrage Regeneration, but he might want to consider using it. The bubble falls, and he's still at 27% HP. Finally, the Enrage Regen comes out from him. Adëllah out of CC, finally able to top him off. Mageiden taking a lot of damage to save by the light procs from him. But if we look at Felorea's cooldowns, he still has Bubble, 2 Bops, his Aura Mastery, Wings just coming out, and he's going to be able to top Mageiden off.
Yeah, Vellido's been doing a good job with his Dark Sim, stealing Polymorphs and chaining him into Asphyxiates, but it's not resulting in any pressure, and Lyrics might just go down here at 18%. Adëllah's CC'd up, and it's going to be the end for Lyrics there. Just not able to get any more cooldowns off. Nothing was left, actually, at that point, and it's just looking grim for RMPally.
Yeah,
they weren't able to force a Bop or an Ice Block or anything, really, except a Trinket.
Yeah, it definitely was a convincing display from Team for Mecah. Or Mecah, excuse me, for Mecah. And the very first map is going to go to this Mage, Boomkin, RMPally team. And so, yeah, there it is. So, this is a best of 3 series, guys, just to remind you all. The team that reaches the 2 wins first will advance here. But that doesn't necessarily mean whichever team loses is completely out of the tournament. There is a completely different losers bracket. that they will drop down to. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and ask this TSG what map they would be interested in playing on next.
Yeah, and I do like the implementation of the losers bracket. It makes it so if a comp, you know, someone's running a comp and they don't get a favorable matchup right away, and they get, instead of getting knocked out of the tournament, they do have a second chance coming up from that losers bracket.
Yeah.
Which is really nice.
Yeah, I mean, like when you're playing a game like this, I mean, we've probably all witnessed it firsthand that there's definitely different advantages for different compositions. It's almost like a game of rock paper scissors, but that's why these teams that have multiple compositions available to them do so well in tournaments like this. That versatility, that ability to be able to try to avoid being hard countered definitely is a big deal. Here we go, guys. The next map of this best of 3 series is going to be on Dalaran Sewers. All right. Welcome back. Here we go. We have Team for mecah going up against Our Monk Sucks. Team for mecah did take the very first game convincingly, but this is going to be the map choice coming out from Our Monk Sucks. Going to bring the quarters a bit smaller there, allowing this double melee to connect to their target a bit easier. But is it going to be enough to really allow this team to take a win off of this very strong Mage Boomkin RMPally? But here we go.
Yeah, it's rough because Adëllah is limited on the ways he can get out of the Root Solar Beam. He's already into the Deep Freeze. The Ring of Frost comes down. It's going to connect. He Life Cocoon prior to that. It's going to answer all of the cooldowns coming out from Asbur right now. They're just going to swap to Vellido. He's using that AMS. They've cut through it. He activates the Lichborn to get a little bit more extra healing as well. Adëllah finally leaving the CC, pops the Aura Master. He's going to be able to top him as they swap back over to Lyrics now. The Root Solar Beam comes out. He's going to paralyze there, but I believe it was broken on damage, and Lyrics could just go down in the opener. Adëllah gets the revival off in time. He's desperately trying to pick him back up at 40% HP. He doesn't have Aura Mastery available any longer. He's going to get deeped on the next cast here. Asbur going for a Cyclone onto Vellido. Doesn't seem like he stole it. Lyrics is still looking like he's in a lot of trouble, though.
Yeah, Adëllah finally getting caught into that full clone. He still does have his Trinket as well as Nimble available. Mageiden under a lot of pressure, though. The sack coming out from Felorea to try to avoid some of that damage. Lyrics actually getting offensively cloned by Asbur at the moment. Felorea caught into that full in-cap from Adëllah. Mageiden under a lot of pressure right now. Felorea popping those wings to try to top him off. Lyrics actually did, in the midst of that, get topped off by Adëllah. But if we look at Lyrics cooldowns, he has nothing left. He has no Trinket, no Enraged Regeneration. And once again, Adëllah using that bubble onto Lyrics when he does get deep frozen. That's a great way to avoid pressure. So, I mean, he doesn't have to use the Trinket on the Ring of Frost because Lyrics does have that Monk Cocoon. So, well done by him. But now he's caught into the full cycle, and he has to use the Trinket anyways. The bash onto Lyrics. Mageiden taking a little bit of counter pressure. Actually having to pull back. The Save of the Light comes out. He also catches a huge heal, the full Root Beam, onto Adëllah right now. This could be the end for Lyrics. He has no cooldowns available. Down to 30% HP. Pops that Rallying Cry and the Mass Reflect, but he's going to get offensively cloned there by Asbur, just trying to buy some times and DRs for Adëllah. And now Adëllah caught into the full Jeep. The full Hodge onto Lyric. The Comet Storm comes crashing down. But is it going to be enough? Do they have enough damage to finish him off right now? Adëllah's finally out of CC, going to top him off. Lyrics just going to peace out, run to the other side of the map, and they're going to be able to stabilize.
Yeah, he heroic leaps defensively, and now he's going to have some cooldowns available. They're pressuring Felorea, trying to get him into the bubble, or at least a bop. He's at 40%. He's going to freedom sprint across the center of the map. Asbur gets feared up. Felorea could be in trouble. Saved by the Light's going to proc. He pops his on use trinket. He manages to line of sight. He should be able to top himself off. Vellido and Lyrics trying to find a new target. He actually used his regeneration heal a little bit preemptively there. He's not going to have it for the Hodge. Deep freeze onto Adëllah. The pre-life cocoon comes out. I'm possibly going to try and shred through it. Maybe cyclone him again. The frozen orb comes out. They're going to ice nova into the cocoon. They're not able to break it. They're swapping to Vellido. He's going to AMS at 50%, but Adëllah again shutting down the pressure with that life cocoon. Vellido's going to go into Blood Presence to mitigate some more damage as well. Mageiden dipping low. Felorea's going to answer that with Avenging Wrath. Tops him off instantly. There's the Root Solar Beam coming down. He's got Nimble. He can break it. They're trying to sit through it. Now the full clone though. Lyrics uses the Die by the Sword. Both players in trouble. Vellido does have that Death Pact here. If he needs to use it, he activates the Lichborn once again, spamming the Death Strikes. Lyrics dipping lower. Full Hodge comes out. He has his Trinket. He's choosing to sit. Finally, Trinkets, Shield Barriers, Heroic Leaps defensively across the map at 15% HP. Star Surge in hot pursuit. 11%. Can Asbur finish him off? Bash comes out. 4%. Lyrics is going to go down. Asbur finishing the job, just not able to escape the wizard clutches.
I like that, man. Wizard clutches. So there it is. It's going to be a quick 2-0 for Team for mecah. There it is. Alright, guys.